wrestlers often go above and beyond in order to make storylines personal with their opponents to engage their fans, despite WWE being scripted. In fact, it often goes to a point when the segments become uncomfortable to watch. I'm SoCal Val, and here are 5 WWE feuds that were way too personal. Number 5, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. The feud between Triple H and Shawn Michaels in 2002 proved that best friends can become bitter enemies. The two were the founding members of DX, and Shawn helped the game during his initial years in WWE to find his footing in the company. Everyone knew that they were best friends, but Hunter shocked the world by delivering a pedigree to Michaels after his return in 2002. There was another brutal attack on HBK, which eventually led to a non-sanctioned match at SummerSlam 2002, which Michaels won. Later that year, at Survivor Series, HBK took the world title from Triple H in an Elimination Chamber match, but the game won it back. The two friends bled together and tore each other apart for several months, whether in the 3 stages of Hell or inside Hell in a Cell. They also competed in the main event of WrestleMania 20 in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. What makes this storyline one of the best in WWE is that the two legends knew each other better than anyone and had incredible chemistry inside the ring. The backstory of this was interesting, as Triple H and Michaels had a real-life falling out very near their feud starting. Number 4, Edge versus Matt Hardy. One of the most intense and personal feuds that the WWE Universe has ever witnessed involved Matt Hardy and Edge. A relationship between Edge and Hardy's then real-life girlfriend Lita led to this brutal feud. After Matt came to know about the secret relationship of his girlfriend with Edge, Matt Hardy vented his resentment towards them in front of the media, which WWE didn't like and fired him. But the fans were behind Hardy and chanted his name every time Edge or Lita came out. WWE was forced to rehire him and book a feud between him and Edge. In their first encounter, Edge got a victory over Hardy at SummerSlam 2005. Then, a street fight on Raw came to a no-contest conclusion. Hardy got his only victory in the feud at Unforgiven 2005 in a crazy steel cage match, and their final encounter was at Raw Homecoming in a loser leaves Raw ladder match, which the Rated R superstar won. While Matt Hardy's WWE career after this was not that memorable, Edge soared to new heights as he won multiple world titles and cemented his legacy as one of the greatest heels ever. Number 3, Randy Orton versus Triple H. One of the most intense rivalries in WWE happened between Randy Orton and Triple H in the spring of 2009. It started when Randy won the Royal Rumble and chose Triple H, who was WWE champion at that time, as his opponent for WrestleMania 25. Orton was at his most crazy and vicious during this time, and he attacked and punted Vince McMahon, Triple H's father-in-law, in order to instigate the King of Kings. He even delivered a DDT on Hunter's wife, Stephanie McMahon, in front of him while he was handcuffed to the ropes and proceeded to kiss her. Man, Randy was really a maniac. The Viper wanted to hurt Triple H for throwing him out of Evolution 4 years ago. He had Ted DiBiase Jr. and Cody Rhodes as part of Legacy by his side to do his dirty work. However, despite the awesome build-up, their eventual match at WrestleMania 25 was a huge letdown, as it had to follow the classic Undertaker and Shawn Michaels match. Also, fans wanted to witness an all-out brawl, but all they had was a normal wrestling match. However, this rivalry showed the apex predator Randy Orton at his best. Number 2, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho's feud started when Y2J was brought in as a mediator between Michaels and Batista's feud. When Michaels acknowledged fabricating an injury to defeat Batista at Backlash 2008, Jericho snapped and became kind of obsessed with Michaels. On Judgment Day, they would engage in a competitive match, which Michaels won. However, in one of the most savage confrontations in the PG era, Jericho busted HBK wide open and severely damaged his eye by sending him through the Geritron 5000, making the feud very personal. They had another match at Great American Bash where Jericho targeted HBK's eye injury and won the match. Shawn arrived at SummerSlam with his wife Rebecca, ready to announce his retirement due to the injury. But Jericho wanted confirmation from Michaels that he was the one who forced HBK to retire. He gave the showstopper one last swing, but he missed and punched Rebecca instead, intensifying the rivalry to the highest point of hostility. In an unsanctioned match at Unforgiven, Michaels destroyed Jericho in one of the most vicious matches of their whole careers. Number 1, Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. While it's known that Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero were great friends off-screen, they had one of the most personal and brutal feuds in WWE in 2005. Throughout their tenure in WWE and WCW, the two competed in some great matches against one another, but people remember their 2005 feud the most, as it was personal and uncomfortable to some extent. It all began in February of 2005 at No Way Out, when Rey and Eddie won the tag team championships. While the two were defending champions, there was an element of internal competition in the team ignited by Eddie's nephew Chavo Guerrero, and at WrestleMania 21, instead of putting the tag team championship on the line, they fought each other in a match which Rey won. At the time, Eddie was obsessed with beating Rey and was so upset with his inability to do so. So much so that Guerrero claimed he was the biological father of Rey's son, Dominic. Eddie would torment Mysterio for weeks by wearing a Who's Your Poppy shirt, and it all came to an end at SummerSlam 2005 when they fought for Dominic's custody in a ladder match. Yes, you heard it right. Rey once and for all defeated Eddie and ended the rivalry, with some assist from Guerrero's wife, Vicky. Not long after this, the Latino heat unfortunately passed away. And that's our list. For Sportskeeda Wrestling, I'm SoCal Val. We'll see you next time.